Hey everyone, how's it going? What am I working on now? Well, I got a 2014 Kia Sorento V6 with 151,000 miles on it. Came in for a unique problem here. At least I think it's unique. It died while driving. Didn't die per se like engine died. The engine's running right now. I don't know if you can hear it. But it stopped moving. I guess the customer said it died, but it stopped moving is what actually happened. What's unique about this is I don't think it's the transmission. It could be, but I don't think it's the transmission. You put it in gear, you got nothing. Nothing happens. And it does go into gear. It does physically go into gear. It goes into drive, it physically goes into reverse. You know, the shifter that is, and you can feel it moving, working the transmission. And something's happening. I believe the transmission's engaging, but it's not making the car move. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's the shifter. There's the speedometer. Put it in gear. Can you hear the noise it's making? Something's making noise. But the speedometer's not moving. Can you hear that rumbling? Okay. Now, what I wanted to show you too is on the scanner. Oops, output speed right there. 0. Put it in gear. So it's got output speed. Okay, you heard that? Alright, so what could be the problem? I think this is an all-wheel drive. I'm not positive, but I think it's an all-wheel drive. It's possible that if it's an all-wheel drive that the transfer case blew apart, or it's possible that one of the front axles broke. Now, the fact that it's making all that noise, I think it would be broken inside a joint. I've seen axles shear and create this problem, but usually you don't get this kind of a noise. Usually you get like a clanking type noise or absolutely no kind of noise at all because it's freewheeling. But I'm gonna have to push this thing inside and take a look and see what's going on, but there's something obviously going wrong here. But yeah, let me try to get this inside and let's see if we can't figure out exactly what's going on. Like I said, it could be the tranny. It very well could be the tranny. I just don't know yet. I have to get it up in here and I have to investigate it and figure out exactly what's going on. So, all right, let's go that route and see what we got. Alright, so I got her up in the air. It's pretty obvious what happened. It looks like the bearing on the end of the transfer case for the right side axle probably let go, probably chewed itself up, and it spit the fluid out or whatever, and it chewed up the transfer case and the axle. Check this out. Here we are underneath. Turn my light on. And here is the right side wheel. You follow it up. It's got a carrier bearing right here for the axle. Kind of hard to see it, but right there, that is, let me actually get another light so maybe I can shine it in there, you can see this better. Hang on one second. Okay, so no matter how I slice it, I just cannot get a good view of this. Let's see. Really trying here, it's just not cooperating. I wonder if, yeah, I can't see from that end either, but you can just see the end of the shaft sticking through there. If I go through the wheel well, you can't see anything either, I don't think, because everything's in the way this way. Or maybe you can see it that way, I don't know. Hold on a second. I'm trying here, people. Hang on a second. Let me focus in a little bit. Yeah. There's no way for me to get in to actually show you this. This is going to have to be a situation once it's apart. I can show you. Dang it. That stinks. So, basically what it boils down to is I'm going to have to get a right side axle and a transfer case for this thing. because the shaft itself is not centered into the actual transfer case anymore because it probably chewed up the bearing. It looks like the bearing let go is what happened. I don't know if it actually has a bearing or a bushing, but either way, it probably destroyed the case in the process. Because, like I said, the shaft is not centered in the hole any longer. So, all right, well, it's obviously going to put this on hold for a little while. Find out what we want to do here. It's also got a brake issue. The front wheels are super tight. Check this out. Oops, let me back up. You can even hear it. The brakes are just dragging in the front. This side's tight too, but not as bad. Backs are free. So, do I have a problem with both calipers? I don't know. You know one thing that can cause that too? Contaminated fluid. Let me let this down and just double check the fluid real quick, because that could add a whole bunch of work to this if that's the situation. It could actually total a car out if somebody put power steering fluid in it. Let me let this down. Hang on a second. Now I know some of you are thinking, how could it total a car out? Put power steering fluid in the brake system. Now you need a master. You need the proportioning valve, the ABS unit, all the rubber lines, calipers. Anything rubber contained in that system will get destroyed from power steering fluid in a brake system unless you catch it really quick. So, and there's one easy way to tell if it has any like power steering fluid in it. Let me get the hood open. Okay, so under the hood here, here's the brake master cylinder. You take the cap off. See this gasket here? See how nice and fresh this looks? It's not distorted. If this thing had power steering fluid in it, this gasket here would distort. It would like be oversized for being in here, and it would fall out. Or it would just not be sitting correctly. It would just be all swelled up and look all funky and whatnot. If you ever take one of these apart, or a brake cap off, and you find it all swelled and everything else, you got a problem. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. I mean, there you see this car's got 60,000 miles on it, and the cap looks perfect. That tells you it's got perfect brake fluid in it. So it's probably just stuck pins or something along those lines. All right, well, hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.